And this is both from the private sector, individuals, and state government agencies. So how can we come together and use our different skills to ensure that we solve the challenges that we are going through? And we know this is going to take a while, but I believe, as you have highlighted, we are living in a better world than was before. So could you please highlight how collaboration is key and how everyone's voice really matters in this journey?
Yeah, very important question. And I think I will reiterate those aspects I mentioned, and I will sum this up in what I call the 5 I's. The first I is ideas, which I said Africa doesn't lack ideas. The young people have demonstrated these across the continent, not only once, not only twice, but they do so every day, and they must be applauded for that. Africa doesn't lack innovations. The different electronic applications we see across the continent, and even with COVID, when COVID hit, we could see ingenuity and innovations. Even right here, we could see young people developing solutions to the challenges that were actually helping to address some of these COVID challenges that we face. It's seen across the entire African continent. But the remaining 3 I's is institutions, is incentives, and is implementation. And let me start with incentives, which I have discussed a little bit of it. We must inspire one another. When we see someone doing good, like what you are doing here, you are doing a good job. Let's appreciate people who take the mantle to do right and to solve a problem in community. Regardless of how small it is important. That's an incentive. There is power in appreciation. And when a human being is made to know that he is doing right, he or she is doing right, they do more. But we do not have that ability most of the time to just tell someone, you are doing excellent. Please keep doing this work. And like what you are doing here, keep doing it. One of the institutions is we forget to know that institutions are people. And the attitudes of people, wherever in any organization they end up, if they do not have selflessness in them, they will not cultivate a selflessness in that institution in which they are. They will manifest the same attitudes of selfishness, of jealousy, and we will never be able to move forward. So what's my point? We must cultivate ethical values of selflessness, of humility, of that kindness that we can then be able to take it anywhere we are to ensure that we can formulate policies that respond to the challenges that exist. And the last one is implementation. Implementation is the biggest challenge in the continent because you see pockets of ideas everywhere, but they never get added up to make huge impact. Why? Because many of us love to work in silos. Why? Because of lack of selflessness, because of lack of that ability to think beyond our immediate spheres and see that we are supposed to do what touches others' lives. And therefore, coming together to work together is what innovative volunteerism has created across the continent, where young people in Kenya, in Ghana, in Nigeria, in Togo, in Benin, they're coming together virtually, using virtual space to learn how to develop and fabricate a solar dryer, learn how to do briquettes. And that is fostering collaboration around a common solution to common challenges. Common solutions to common challenges should bring Africans, young people together, not divide them. And therefore, leveraging on the spirit of innovative volunteerism, everyone should register and become an innovative volunteerism actor. That is the incubation space where ideas can actually turn challenges to opportunities. But more importantly is we need to clarify the role of government, because government role is to create an enabling environment for everybody, for the private sector to strive, for individual citizens to strive. And when we look across the continent, there is no absence of enabling policies. Whether we're talking climate smart agriculture, every country mostly in the African continent have a climate smart agricultural policy. Whether we're talking clean energy, feed-in tariff, they all have this, and they do have incentives in them. But we must start to work with what we have before we ask for more. I am in no way saying we should not ask for more, but I'm saying we must use what we have. Because by implementing those policies, You do not necessarily need government to implement those policies. They present an opportunity for young people to start creating enterprises of turning waste to biofertilizer that can be applied by a mother in a farm, in a village, enterprises of turning waste into briquettes to replace charcoal. You do not need the government for this. And so to sit waiting and asking for government for everything without using the little that we have, we will never make progress. And the last aspect, which is really key, the biggest private sector in the continent is the informal sector, our mothers in villages. They constitute over 80%, and most of them create the jobs. So anything anybody does anywhere, he or she must always ask the question, how does what I do help contribute to make that mother in a village put food on the table? How does what I do help contribute to ensure that that child in a village can then be able to get inspired and also benefit from what I do? Unless we start to think that way, the challenges we face today might never be solved.
I think that's very, very inspirational. And, going forward, I believe, I can also go and spread the word that, we need to collaborate, we need to share ideas, we need to advance these ideas to become meaningful solutions. And I'm really inspired, and I hope the audience has been inspired as well. So, really, thank you, Dr. Munang, for being with us here today. It's been a real honor, and we hope that once the pandemic eases up, at least we can perhaps meet up and see some of the solutions that are being implemented and how more youths can be a part of this transformation. And so, finally, I would just like to ask, as a parting shot, if you could let the audience know, if they are interested in purchasing the book, where can they find it? And also, just, we have discussed a lot and I feel so motivated. So perhaps a final parting shot for the audience. Yes.
Yeah, thanks again, Mercy, for the opportunity to be on this platform. I mean, it's really been a great honor having this conversation with you. The book is actually free. Everyone can download it from my website, which is www.richardmunang.com. You go there, you download and read it. Because one of the problems that I saw across the continent, and I still see today, is that the continent didn't have a mentorship tool that someone anywhere can read a book. It's both in English and French. So there is no issue of language barrier here for anyone and for everyone. Read the book, and you will notice that what you have been waiting for is yourself, and that you have to do something. And what I've learned throughout is negative energy disempowers and demoralizes, whereas positive energy inspires and actually drive transformational change. So what is the point? We must always be motivated by the challenges we face to be able to turn those challenges into opportunities rather than sitting and complaining about them, because complaining drains, it doesn't inspire. Whereas being motivated and looking for solutions inspires us, and that creates an atmosphere of positivity that can help us drive transformational development. That's the spirit we must all cultivate to be able to ensure that at least Africa's development can be achieved by the collective effort of each and every one of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I will share the link to the audience so they can go and take a look. And I think it's really a great initiative to provide this so that many people can benefit from this. So thank you so much, Dr. Munang. Once again, it's been an honor, and I look forward to our continued interaction. So to the audience, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. And thank you for your participation today. Until next time, see you on TechGA. Thank you.
Thank you.